Hey man, before we start this video, y'all hit that like button, y'all hit that subscribe button, y'all hit that share button. Okay, we about to get to 1,000 subscribers, and we hitting that like button, we hitting that share button, we hitting that comment, we hitting them comments. Let's go, man. Hood's Billionaire TV, big favor, big abundance. Let's get into the video. What's going on with all my billionaires out there? This the guy Hood's Billionaire. Welcome to Hood's Billionaire TV. Big favor, big abundance. On today's episode, we gonna be talking about Young Thugger. His attorney is trying to suppress some information from a police officer that's stating that Young Thug gave information on a murder. Let's talk about it. So, as we all know, this YSL case definitely been one of the most oddest cases ever in regards to how they've been putting it together. I mean, we just seen so many strange things, from people trying to sneak drugs to a thug in jail. We seen a lot of snitching, a lot of telling. We seen guys give a lot of sign off on a lot of proffers. We seen things with the lawyers. We've seen all type of stuff. I mean, this is just a crazy case, right? We just gotta call a spade a spade. This is a crazy case. So now the prosecution has a witness who's a police officer who they want to have testify that Young Thug gave information on a murder. Okay, and if this has something to do with his character, they trying to paint him away and make him seem like he's not really, you know, that guy. Probably trying to take away some of that street allure from him that everybody just stands on. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm not this, I'm not that, I'm not that. But essentially, man, you are what you attract. And I don't know if he told or not, but the thing is, if they want him to, why would they want to suppress the evidence if it's not true? Like, that would okay, so this is the thing. If the state has somebody get up there for something that's clearly not true, and they're able to disprove that like easily, then that would make that so easy to beat this case. Because now you guys are using testimony from witnesses that are just making false accusations. So if that's false, what else is false? What else has the state presented where it's been false? So that would essentially blow a hole in the case wide open, to where it could possibly lead to Young Thug's freedom. So for them not to want that is strange. And for them to go to this length and measure for that to be suppressed, that's extremely strange. And we gonna call a spade a spade. That's a red flag. That's a red flag. And then they're trying to say that not only that, but this was when he was young. So they're not even saying that he didn't have an interaction with this police officer. They are trying to say that it's not true, but they're not even trying to say the interaction didn't happen. And there could possibly be some paperwork, but he was really young. So when they say really young, what does that even mean? You know what I'm saying? You're not a minor. When you say really young, they would have said a minor. He was a minor when this happened, so he wasn't a minor. If they say really young, what was this? Early 20s? What was this? But essentially, Thug know if there's anything out there where he snitched or told on somebody, not only would that hurt him from, you know, I guess a street allure standpoint, but it would essentially hurt his music career, because that's what Thug whole basis of his career is based off of. You know, Young Thug, you know what I'm saying? And he pretty much is standing on, he always been a stepper, and he ain't, you know, snitching, he ain't telling. He going off on Gunna and all these different guys for telling and snitching. But essentially, if you told as well, what does that say about you? You see what I'm saying? If you told as well, what does that say about you? And then I'm gonna keep it real. Like I always tell y'all, man, you are gonna be the energy that you attract. The people around you are gonna be the people that you manifest in your life through the energy that you give off. So if you manifesting a lot of guys that told in your situation, even your own brother told, on phone told. You feel what I'm saying? He definitely signed off and took a plea agreement that was very similar to Gunna's plea agreement. So if all of these guys around you in YSL are telling, you know what I'm saying, Woody and all these guys, if they all telling, it's no way that all of these guys who gonna tell when they get in the jam, it's no way that their leader is a guy that's gonna stand solid, is the guy that just stood solid and he never told on nobody. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna use that BMF case for example. Like, there weren't a whole bunch of snitches in that case that were like actually in the foundation of the BMF camp. There might have been one or two allegedly that were like actually, I'm not talking about just people that was claiming BMF. I'm talking about the people that were like actually tied to that case. Most of them guys just took their time. You know what I'm saying? Most of them guys just took their time. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying, because they leader was solid like that and he just took his time. Both of them, Southwest T was solid, he just took his time. You feel what I'm saying? J-Bo just took his time. A lot of them guys just took their time. It was a couple informants, you know what I'm saying, but a majority of them guys took their time, because you're not gonna have a bunch of people around you that's not solid and don't stand on something when essentially you stand on something and you solid. Okay, so for all of these guys to be snitches, you know what I'm saying, and for you to be the only one that's solid, that just doesn't make any sense. Now, as I stated, I mean, Young Thug, he makes great music, and that's all you really can look at this stuff as for. It's like, okay, you great musically, you know what I mean? It's like in the NBA or NFL, man. A lot of these guys, they might have, you know, great talent for sports. That doesn't mean outside of that I view their character as top notch. You can be great at something and not have top notch character. Okay, I don't agree with wearing dresses or painting your fingernails or, you know, any of that stuff. You know, calling men hubby, or, you know, any of that type of stuff is just stuff that I just cannot agree with 100%. You know what I'm saying? Because essentially it just sounds like you don't have any like morals. There's nothing that you're gonna stand on and say, nope, I'm not gonna do that. Essentially you're saying I'll do whatever. You know what I mean? So I mean, it is what it is. I mean, that's on those guys. But essentially, if he did tell, that would completely hurt his music career. Completely hurt it. Thug not one of them guys who can come out and be somebody where it's been reported that he told and he can keep going. It wouldn't work that way. So y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments about this situation, man. It's the guy Hoods being there, big favor, big abundance. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. This the guy Hoods being there, big favor, big abundance. I'm gone.